Hello students and parents, we are at lesson 6.6 today. Make sure our names are on the paper. I almost forgot, but I'm going through this because I think it may be a little bit tricky for some students, but it does not have to be. It's just like what we've done this whole chapter, but now we're adding inequality symbols instead of just an equal symbol, plus we need to graph it. So I know, 2 new things, but we've been doing this for years in elementary school. Now we're in middle school, we can do it. So main thing we need to know, and these need to just be memorized. So we went over this a ton in class, and it seemed like people were still a little bit confused. That's okay. It takes a while to learn new things, but you do need to memorize it. So an open circle is going to be if it is the less than or greater than. The closed circle, so filled in, and I'll show it down here, is going to be if it is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. A nice way to remember is you have 2 circles. Which one has more ink? This one does. It's got 2 things. That is more ink. If it has more ink, you fill it in. So that would be the closed circle. I call them dots, circles, either way. Next thing to know, arrow to the left, that's when you're getting smaller or it's less than. So in this, x is less than 4. Another way of saying it is x is smaller than 4. If it's smaller, we need to go to the left, because on a number line, if we have it here, this is 0, we have 1, we have 2, -1, -2. It gets bigger as we go to the right. It gets smaller as we go to the left. So if it's getting smaller, we go to the left. To the right is when we're getting bigger, if it's greater than. So y is greater than or equal to -2. That's saying y is bigger. We need to get bigger. It's bigger than -2, so we're going arrow to the right. So what does this look like? X is less than x is less than 4. You can start off with 4 right there. We don't need a ton of numbers, but it is helpful to get some there. So we have this. I want to know which dot is it. There's less ink. It is less than, so it's an open circle, which is listed here, but this is the thought process we're going through. Open circle. Once you know if it's an open or closed circle, put it right above the number on the number line. Then I need to know am I going to the left or the right. X is less than, it's smaller than 4. So we're going smaller. So we need to go to the left. So that is what that would look like. And you might have a little bit different numbers. That's fine, as long as you have it above the right number and you're going in the right direction and it's the right circle. So I know we're going to be around -2. So let's put that there. -3, -1, 0, 1. That should be enough to get us started. All right. Y is greater than or equal to -2. This has 2, so it's a closed dot. It has more ink. So let's put the closed dot first right above -2. That's my first step. Next thing, I need to know, am I going to the left or the right? Y is greater than -2. Y is bigger than, so we're getting bigger. So let's go to the right. Awesome. Last one. So the graph it is right here. Graphing it is right there. Last one here, x is not equal to 3. And I'm not actually sure how much, I mentioned this in class, how much we will actually see this, because I don't remember this at all, which, I mean, doesn't, it's not saying that much because I have not been in a 6th to 7th grade math class in forever. So what we need to know, though, and we just need to memorize it, is it's going to be an open dot if it is not equal to. And I guess a way that we know that is if it's equal to, we fill it in. So if it's not equal to, it's just one or the other. So that's maybe a good way to remind it, but we do the open circle and the arrows going in both directions. All right, that's the first part. Next part, part 3 of this, is checking our solutions. We want to substitute the number and see if it's true. We've already done this, but the difference is we have this inequality symbol. So is 10 a solution to x minus 2 is greater than 8? We need to plug the 10 where the x is. So you rewrite this, please. This is how you will be showing your work. 10 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8? Question mark. 10 minus 2 is 8. Is that greater than or equal to 8? It's not greater than, but it is equal to. So yes, that is the answer. Yes, it is, because it's equal to. If it was just 8 is greater than 8, we would say no, because it's not greater than 8, it's the same, it's equal to. So this equal is why we can say yes, it is a solution. Let's go to the next page. All right, the next part is like what we've already been doing, addition and subtraction equations, but we're doing inequalities now. So we want to identify what's being done to the variable, undo it with the inverse operation, write the solution, and then put it on a graph, a number line. So first thing, if I see x minus 8 is greater than 3, I need the x to be by itself. I need to isolate it. So let's cover up the x, if that's helpful, and say, all right, minus 8, what is the inverse or the opposite? Would be plus 8. So we do plus 8 here, that equals 0. It will always equal 0 if you're doing the same, and it's the inverse. So that cancels that out. What we do to that side, though, we must do to this side. So we did plus. Make sure it's the same. So now that equals 11. Let's look at this, rewrite it. X is greater than 11. So that's the first part and the first step we need to do, but it also says we need to graph it. So let's draw a number line. We have 11, 12, 13, and we'll just do it like that. As long as we add a few, it should be fine. X is greater than 11. It's not equal to, so we have an open circle here. And then x is greater than 11. It's bigger than 11. We're getting bigger, so we need to go to the right, because on a number line, the numbers get bigger as we go to the right. So there you have it. We're good to go. Practice problems here. We did these in class, so I really don't want to do them because it's going to take a lot of time, but let's do them just to help you out. To recap, so x is less than 6. So if I have 6 here, 5, 4, 7, 8. Okay. It is not equal to, so we have an open. X is less than 6, is smaller than 6. So we're going to the left, because to the left is where the numbers get smaller. This one here, let's do it over here. We have -3, -2. All right, from there, it's saying y is greater than or equal to -3. Let's look at the inequality first. Greater than or equal to means it will be a colored in dot, a closed circle, a dot itself that's filled in. And then y is greater than, it's bigger than, it's getting bigger. How do we get bigger? We go to the right. So that's why we're going to the right and there. P is greater than 0. So let's put 0. We have 1, 2, -1, -2. Let's look at the inequality first. All right, it's just greater than. It's not equal to, so it's just a circle above the 0. And then P is greater than, it's bigger than 0. If we're getting bigger, we go to the right. Last one here for our practice problem. We have K is less than or equal to 5. So let's put a 5, 7, 4, 3. So what I'm doing when I graph these to make it fast is I put the number somewhere kind of in the middle, then 1 or 2, at least 2 is what I've been doing on either side. So quick, easy way. So let's look at the inequality. Less than or equal to, because it's got that, we know it's going to be filled in. So put that right above the 5. All right, we're almost done. And K is less than or equal to 5. K is smaller than 5. So if we're getting smaller, we're going to the left. All right, last part here. And if any of this is too fast or you need to go back, pause it, go back, rewind. I am trying to be a little bit quick because my phone doesn't have a lot of memory and we've already gone over this. So this should just be a recap of how we're doing this. But last part here is substitution. That's what we're doing. We just need to plug in 5 into this and see, is that true? Next, we need to plug in 8. Is it true? Next, plug in 11. Is that true? And for each one, we need to say, is it a solution? So plug in each different value into the equation and to see if the statement is true. So we have x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 9 as our first one. Let's plug in 5 to start. So 5 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 9. 5 minus 2 is 3. Is 3 greater than or equal to 9? No. So this, I say no. Let's plug in 8 now. We have 8 minus 2 is greater than equal than 9. 8 minus 2 is 6. Is 6 greater than or equal to 9? No. So I say no for that one too. How about 11? 11 minus 2 greater than or equal to 9. 11 minus 2 is 9. That's 9 greater than or equal to 9? Question mark. Well, it's not greater than, but it is equal to. So yes. So this one does work. Yes. So that's what we're wanting to see. You need to show your work, and you need to say for each one, is it a solution? For this one, do the same thing. So we add 10 into there. 10 plus 7 is 17. Is 17 less than 20? Yes, it is. How about 13? 13 plus 7 is 20. Is 20 less than 20? No. If it was less than or equal to, it would be yes, but it just says less than. And no, it's not less than because it's the same. How about 18? 18 plus 7 is 25. Is 25 less than 20? No, it is not. So this is just doing substitution. You just plug it in and see, is it true? Does it work? Okay, last page, more practice problems. You need to solve each inequality. So that's part 1. And part 2 is you need to graph it. So think of this just as if this was an equal sign and as if we're doing what we did in 6.2, really. Because guess what? Next, we're going to do multiplication and division. So if we're doing addition and subtraction, guess what? That is what comes next. So go back to the video I did right before this one for this chapter if you need to review any of those. But let's subtract 5 because we're doing the inverse, minus 5. We're left with 7, yes, but that is not what I wanted to write there. We're left with x is less than 7. So let's put this on a graph. 8, 6, 5, 9. All right, it's less than, so it's not equal to, so it's an open circle. Put the open circle right above 7 as your first step. Next, we need to know, is it going to the left or right? X is less than 7. X is smaller than 7. If we're getting smaller, we go to the left. So this is the answer, and this is the answer. You need them both. Yes, yes, yes. All right, this one, let's add 3 to both sides. That will cancel that out. Negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6. So we have n is greater than or equal to negative 6. First part of our answer right there. 4, negative 7. All right, so it's greater than or equal to, so that means it's a filled in dot, closed circle. Then n is greater than or equal to negative 6. It's bigger than, so if we're getting bigger, we go to the right. So that's where we're going there. This one, it says plus 7, so let us go minus 7 to both sides. So we cancel that out. P is less than or equal to negative 1. Alrighty, so less than or equal to, that's going to be a closed dot. And if you are uncertain, go back to the first page where we see the rules, or really not even the rules, just the guide. Is if it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, it needs to be colored in. So hopefully as you're doing this and as you do your homework, you will just pick it up and you will memorize it. So we know it's a closed dot. P is less than or equal to, is smaller than, it's smaller. If we're getting smaller, we go to the left. Number 10, let's add 4 to both sides. So we have y is greater than 5. Then we need to ask ourselves from here, all right, what kind of dot do we have? So it's not equal to, so it's going to be open. And then y is greater than 5. Y is bigger than 5. Bigger, where do we go? If we get bigger, we go to the right. Nice. Isn't this fun? I think this is fun, you guys. So we subtract 12 because it's the inverse of plus 12. Minus 12. 20 minus 12 is 8. So we have k is less than or equal to 8. Amazing. That's, oh, sad day. It's a crooked graph. That's okay. 8, 9, 10. Sometimes it is helpful to talk out loud, you guys. All right, less than or equal to, that means it's going to be a closed dot. And then k is less than or equal to 8. K is smaller than or equal to 8. Smaller means we go to the left. Last one, we're almost done. Let's add 8 to both sides. Why? Because it's the inverse operation. T is greater than or equal to -3 plus 8 equals 5. So, last one here, let's put a 5, 6, 7, 4, 3. Okay, we know we need to put something above the 5 here, but what do? It's greater than or equal to, there's more ink there, so let's fill that in. So t is greater than or equal to 5. Greater than, it's bigger than 5. If we get bigger, we go to the right. So that's it for this packet and the lesson of like the things we really need to know and what you're gonna have to do with the homework. You need to isolate the variable. So that's solving each inequality. And then you need to graph it. So you just go step by step by step. That's everything of how we're learning it and how I'm really trying to teach it to help you guys, is that we have steps to do, things you need to memorize. So those steps and those rules, like that is what I can't help you with. You got to memorize that. But if you can memorize that, and hopefully I've made it in an easy way for you to do so, you just need to go, as you look at it, it's like, okay, let's isolate the variable, the letter. You can call it a letter, it's a variable, but whatever helps you. You can cover it up, and you see we have -4. Okay, I know if there's a -4, we need to get it on this side. How do we do that? We do the inverse, so we need to add if it says minus, so +4. If we do it to this side, do it to this side. 1 plus 4 is 5. So now we have 5, you keep the same symbol, y is greater than 5. Then, from there, let's draw a graph, put the number we need on there, add a few on each side, then we need to put a dot right above it. Are we doing a colored in dot or an open dot? Well, if it is just greater than, and it does not have the equal as well, then it's an open one. Then we say it, I would suggest say it out loud, say it in your mind, whisper it if you have to. Just y is bigger, y is greater than 5. Y is bigger than. Bigger, if it's bigger, then we go to the right. If it was smaller, as in this, we go to the left. All right. Bless me. Oh man, I think it's when I'm talking so much. Hopefully I'm not catching another cold. That was like 2 videos ago where I was like, you guys, I think I'm getting sick. And guess what? I did. I was sick for all of Thanksgiving break. So we're going to leave it with this. Maybe I should go take a quick nap, but I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in class.